One day, well into the tail end of the Klingon Federation War of 2409, we are on our way back to Kronos after some routine missions along the Federation border when we receive a hail from Captain Kahless. This is the same captain who will go on to work alongside the player of any faction to end the Iconian War about a year from now.
We have lost contact with a battle group in the Norg system. It could be a Starfleet assault. That system is deep within Imperial territory. It seems unlikely that an enemy fleet would have made it that far without being detected. Not to mention any number of more critical targets along the way. Needless to say, the High Council wants answers. You and I are to conduct an investigation at once. The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
So during episodes 117 and 118 of STOS, Admiral Hale uncovers the remains of a Dominion lab millennia old in the Gamma Quadrant. It is full of Fekiri, the Klingon demons of mythology, and I make a comment that there have been struggles within the Klingon Empire against such foes recently. Well, these are those tales. Because chronologically this mission is over a year before their discovery at the hands of Odo and his team, the appearance of these ones is treated with far more mythology and tied up in Klingon lore, shrouding their origins. The Norg system is on the far side of Klingon space.
I am picking up the remains of several Klingon vessels on sensors. If these readings are correct, they were all destroyed in a matter of moments. One thing is clear. The weaponry used to defeat these ships was not Federation technology. We need to get closer and learn more.
We can see the wreckage of several Klingon ships of various scales from here. There are a couple of antiquated bird of prey, but more worryingly, the corpse of a Nekvar battleship. So the loss of these vessels deep into our territory is indeed concerning. It could be some undetected deep strike from the Federation, or perhaps they even have a cloaking device now. Or perhaps there's a new player on the field. Either way, this can't go unanswered. The Norg system is described as an out-of-the-way location filled with rocky debris, many of which are twisted into strange and almost unnaturally jagged shapes. Long-range scans have detected strange subspace activity in this system before, and there are rumours of an unknown ship being sighted, but nothing concrete. I wonder if this fleet had been sent to investigate.
At least these warriors went out fighting them. May Kahless greet them soon in Sovakor. I am starting to run an analysis of the energy readings in the debris fields. So far, weapon signatures do not match anything in our files.
So, unlikely to be Federation or Romulan, perhaps a new enemy.
And they may be back for more. A series of subspace rifts has opened ahead, near those large asteroids, and ships of unknown origin are coming through.
The rifts he refers to appear orange welts against the backdrop of stars, similar to those witnessed as the Undine, species 8472, use as incursion points. So this suggests immediately that these may be crossing points from another realm, just as fluidic space is beyond our normal space-time.
Klingon vessels! This system now belongs to the Fekiri Horde! You are trespassing and will pay for that crime with your lives!
Oh, Fekiri, sure, nice to meet you. I am the abominable weretarg of the Kethalolans.
It is no game, Klingon filth. We take killing your kind very, very seriously indeed. Yes, it is a good day for you to die. Send them all to the gates of gre'thor.
Okay. Kahless?
They're locking weapons. We can solve the riddle of these Fekiri later. For now, we must fight. Kaplan!
For Kahless and the Empire, then. Numerous vessels erupt from these subspace tears and begin to swarm around the rooms, attacking us as we close in, their engines blazing in trails of poorly regulated plasma fires, certainly giving them a hellish look.
We must destroy the portals, or more Fekiri will come through.
Their vessels, however, fall to our assault. I guess there must have been far more of them that engaged our lost attack wing, because this view is easily dealt with. And by firing into the subspace rift, we were able to disrupt them. So, firepower is the answer then. We close in on the second of the 3 tears, and as before, Sator and Birjai frigates swarm to intercept us, but we manage to take one down from cloak immediately. So, legends of the Fek'ihri and Fek'ihri are plentiful in Klingon myth. They are the demons of gre'thor, the Klingon hell, where the dishonoured go to be eternally tormented by the wrathful spirits. Now, Molor, the tyrant ruler and nemesis of Kahless when he lived, is said to have sway over these hordes. Legends even recite that Molor's army was banished to hell with him on his defeat and became Fek'ihri themselves. If true, these Fek'ihri are at least 1,600 years old, possibly closer to 2,000. And while as a scientist, Rolka here is skeptical, they certainly fight like they're in 2,000-year-old ships. This time, instead of ambushing the Fekiri, we take out the portal immediately, cutting off any reinforcements. Naturally, the remaining ships object to that.
If I had not seen it with my own 2 eyes, the Fekiri are real. Until today, I thought they were the stuff of myth, of stories told to frighten children.
Well, I mean, come on, there's often truth behind the myth. It doesn't mean they're actual demons.
Indeed. And wait! Incoming signal from Kronos. The homeworld is under attack.
You what?
All available forces are ordered to return to the Praxis Belt immediately. The data on the attackers. It's the Fekiri. We must return to Kronos and assist in the defense.
After some plot-convenient travel time, we arrive back at Kronos.
Look, the Fekiri have bypassed most of our defenses with their portals. We need to strike quickly before they eliminate the planetary defense grid.
Ah, so they can travel faster than us.
Concentrate fire on the portals, eliminate them, and we can stop the arrival of Fekiri reinforcements.
From orbit, Kronos looks as safe as ever, but the openings in subspace all around it tell a different tale as they bleed demonic invasion forces. However, Kronos is the heart of the KDF. For the same reason we've not attacked Earth directly, it is folly to attack the Klingons at their homeworld. We fire through the rifts at the Fekiri ships swarming behind it before using our prior experience to guide our actions in shooting down the subspace tears themselves.
We must close the other portal quickly before more reinforcements arrive to
The Fortescue is moving to defend our orbital command facilities while you deal with the portals.
Captain Corrin interrupting there, in command of the brand new IKS Bortescue. Corrin is the daughter of Grilka from her first marriage and therefore the stepdaughter to Ambassador Worf. The OCF, as I'm now going to call it, or the Klingon shipyard, sounds like it's also in trouble. We should finish up here quickly so we can help out.
I am detecting a group of Fekiri vessels approaching the orbital command station. We cannot let them take it. Come, let us battle these demons once more. Klingon, War, Charge!
Kagran's Klingonese there is basically long live the Empire. More literally, the Empire must live on. Around the shipyard are many smaller Fekiri vessels, but the centrepiece of this conflict is the Bortesque circling a Favrang dreadnought and trading blows, the 2 titans slugging it out, and unlike the smaller demon ships we've been burning our way through, this vessel is more than enough to destroy an overconfident bird of prey. We content ourselves with fighting off the smaller vessels, making sure Captain Corrin can remain focused on the larger dreadnought. Eventually, however, the dreadnought is all that remains, and everything in orbit of Kronos is descending on it.
I have heard tales of your recent victories in battle. It is good to fight at the side of such a warrior.
You honour me, Captain Corrin. Now excuse me for a second while I see to the massive damage my ship has sustained.
Thank you for leaving some of these demons for us to battle. I have never fought a mythological creature before. It was a glorious experience.
Then glory to you and your house.
The battle awaits us all on the surface. Fekiri troops are attacking KDF headquarters. We have fought them in the stars, and now we will fight them in personal combat, as warriors born. The enemy is near. Local defense forces are fighting bravely, but they are in danger of being overwhelmed. Let us join the battle before that happens.
Commander Roker, Demon Slayer. I like the sound of that. Immediately from arriving upon the first city, we can see that the Fek'ihri attack has taken a toll. However, they have struck at the heart of not only the Klingon people, but at their very centre of their warrior culture and military might. This attack is uncoordinated and savage, with no thought given to casualties or tactical advantage. They're certainly fighting like demons with nothing to lose, which is just as well, as we have now destroyed everything they had in orbit, so how are they going to escape? Short answer, they're not. We enter into the plaza where the Targ pits and blacksmiths are located to see a melee already underway. There are insubstantial spectres flying above the turmoil as warriors fend off their demonic attackers, akin to something seen only in the murals of ancient Klingon mythology, except now we have personal shields to ward our blows and disruptors. But the Fekiri charge us, and soon drawing Klingon steel is the preferable option.
I'm picking up a concentration of Fekiri near the Great Hall. That is where they will make their last push. We should advance toward the enemy position, past the exchange and the Hall of Justice.
As a quick aside, I like their nice touch that they've let the Targs out of the pens to fight. These demons take on 4 forms, 3 of which we've just encountered. The female Fekiri are tall, lanky and spiked demons that are savage in their physical attacks, while there are diminutive male scrappers that can spit acid and jump around. Then there are the spectres, little more than torsos and gaseous pillars, diving about and attacking. The 4th form makes itself seen, a lumbering, barrel-chested brute that storms in, wielding flame-wreathed chains and spewing fiery damage.
With the Hall of Justice secured, we must continue on toward the Great Hall of the High Council.
They have only been here mere hours at most, but already the damage to the first city is extreme. I think their intent is clear by now. They are trying to pierce the heart of the Empire, not caring of personal victory, so much as simply trying to demoralise us and maybe even take out as many leaders as they can, which means that the Chancellor is in danger.
Reinforcements are transporting in to aid us. Keep fighting! Roar! For the Empire!
Yes, we've got reinforcements, but apparently so have they. Where are these Fek'ihri transporting in from? I thought we took out all of their ships, unless they literally are appearing from gre'thor. Eventually, the courtyard is made secure, but apparently some have already made it inside the Great Hall.
The courtyard is under control now, but some Fekiri have entered the Great Hall. They mean to slay the High Council. I will fight to the death before I let that happen. Let us be rid of these demons once and for all!
We muster our away team behind us and head for the chambers of the Great Hall. We can speculate on these demons later. Right now, our leadership needs our help. As the 3-piece doors part in the symbol of the Empire, we can see that at the far end of the hall, Jumpok himself, his honour guard, and several other prominent representatives of the great houses are already in combat with the Horde.
Dissolve! You are all going to die! In Fek'ihri's name!
Dejar. So this monstrous Fekiri has a name. Very well, I shall make an effort to forget it. He wades in, uncaring of the flames he has summoned to burn us and wields a battle axe in combat. But soon, this one, unlike his minions, retreats, even as he falls, apparently defeated.
I will return for your head! Klingon filth!
With the immediate threat dealt with, we check with the Chancellor.
This is madness. A mythological creature nearly ran me through in battle. Here, at the heart of the Empire. I would know more about this attack. Why were these Fekiri here? What was their goal?
I mean, it could be just wanton destruction, but you're right, we should be sure.
Indeed. You have done well today, warriors. For your bravery, I will give you the honor of dealing with these demons. Speak to me soon, once you are ready to begin.
So, we take to the streets once again, the sound of battle still present, indicating our job is not yet done. The game skips over this, but I imagine the rest of the night we have to spend on the streets of the first city dealing with the incursion, because by morning all is quiet once again, and we have new tasks awaiting us. But before we end the episode, I'm going to engage in some speculation. The Fek'ihri return around now is strange timing. They originally plagued the Empire around 1,600 years ago during the time of Kahless, and the legend says that they were driven back. Of course, we learn from the Gamma Quadrant arc of the storyline that they were created by the Dominion as precursors to the Jem'Hadar made from Klingon DNA, but they could not be tamed by Ketracel and ended up doing their own thing. We also know that the Dominion did not get involved with the Iconian War, right up until the very end of it because they were busy dealing with the re-emergence of the Herc. So I'm assuming that these Fek'ihri chose now to attack because they recently have been spurned onto by the Herc or the Dominion. We learn another reason for their attack too. That of the return of Kahless as a clone angered Molor and incited his revenge from gre'thor. But that raises a whole new slew of questions as to the nature of Klingon mythology. The Fekiri turned out to be bastardized Klingons created by the Dominion, who then allied with Molor, but what of gre'thor? Because these Fekiri are arriving from somewhere through subspace tears, so is it another reality? And when we visit gre'thor, are we really visiting their realm, or is it all superstition-filled hallucination? I honestly like this sort of vagity, the appeal of not having every answer, and the Klingons' tendency to spin tall tales makes for a very unreliable narration of their history. Whatever it is, the gates to gre'thor seem to be open once again, and the Fek'ihri have returned to plague the Klingon people. So, next time on the Star Trek Online story series, we're going to delve deep into the history and the lore of gre'thor, Molor, Kahless and the Fekiri to see if we can figure this out and find some answers. Until then, thanks for watching this continuing story as we delve into the depths of gre'thor and explore the ever-changing narrative of Star Trek Online. I've been Rick, thanks again for watching and I hope to see you back for the next part. Thanks again, and goodbye.